Let's talk about security. Let's talk about Oyo State. On state affairs is the Commandant Oyo State Security Network, also known as Amotekun Corps. Colonel Olayinka Olayanju, retired. It's good to have you on state affairs.
Thank you, Edmond.
Recently, the governor raised an alarm about the influx of bandits from the north into Oyo State. What has Amotekun done to react to that serious call?
Well, if I remember clearly, the intel was supplied to the public by His Excellency Engineer Seyi Makinde, the Executive Governor of Oyo State, during the Thanksgiving service for 2025, held at the Secretariat behind his office. It's an annual ritual. It was during the speech there that he mentioned that while he was enjoying his birthday period at Fashola, he was told by the intelligence community that about 2,000 meters to where he resides, there are presence of bandits. Remember, he stayed in that place for about 4-5 days. So he considered himself to be lucky that his place was not attacked and decided to share the information to the general public. Of course, coming from our founder and coming from the governor, the number one man of the state, we didn't take it lightly. And after that, he summoned me to his office, and I met him, and he said, "This is what I've been told, and I've released this to the public. What are you doing about it? What are your plans?" I laid down some of the things that we want to do and the area that we need to support us. And he said, "Whatever that needs to be done, go ahead and do it. I will provide all the necessary logistics, every support needed." The first thing, I went back to him, I think about 6 hours later. I was in his house, and I told him that I'm lucky I have some diaspora community who have trained my men before now, who are working some in intelligence circle outside the country. They contacted me and they said they heard what you just mentioned and they are willing. They asked the same question, that what are we doing about it? And I told them that, okay, this is what you also, the same question that you asked me some hours ago, and that what can we do? Let's put our heads together. It's not something for me alone. So we share ideas, and this is what we are coming out with. I map out a plan that, okay, let's conduct a kind of training, then it will dovetail into field training exercise so that we can use that to kind of clear the whole, comb the general area where we are suspecting that these people are, so that if we have anything, that we're able to pick up some people there, we can hand them over to the relevant agencies, those who supply the information to the HE, and then that could help them to continue with their investigation. And that was done somewhere around the Sheyin. You know, the Sheyin is the next local government to Oyo.
Yes.
Particularly Oyo West, where Fashola is located, Fashola Farm. And around that area, there are so many other farms. There's even one that I call the Obasanjo Farm around that area too. We have one river around that area to the northern part, no, to the northwestern part of Fashola. You have the Oyo National Park. It extends from Oyo West around one river in Atiba, dovetailing to Isheyin, and then Itesiwaju, Atisbo, Shaki East, like that. Around that general area, before that intel, we noticed that we do have presence of some bandits, Shanazami, because they come in, they operate. Around that area, there's this Dam, Gorge Dam,
Gorge
Dam, yes. And so you have the Jaws, who are settlers there. You have the Hausas there. You have the Fulanis there. You have the Gedes there. You have Benin, and you have Togolese there. Because there's a lot of farm around that general area. Some people brought in some of these migrants into that area for farming activity. I know that wherever you have this kind of people, you cannot wish it away not to have some criminal elements. More so, it's at the fringe of the Oyo National Park that have been witnessing some criminalities right from Olonshogo, that's Igbeti general area, the mining area, down to that side. And if you remember again, around the Teswaju, there's another mining area around that side. So people move between that area to this Ishayin general area, the God Dam, because they are all connected.
Okay.
And they are adjoining community, they are adjoining local government. Even smugglers use the route there to smuggle rice.
Smuggle rice from where?
Now from Benin Republic.
Okay.
Through Iwajowa, they come into Itesuaju. For them to be able to carry this in and get to Oyo, that's the route they use on bike.
So it's a busy area.
It's a busy area. So a lot of criminal activities is going on there. You understand me? Because there is this the cover of the reserve provide them a kind of safe haven for them to be able to do a lot of, without people saying. They mark you, there are villages within this area. Villages like Abugaga, Tajes, and that thing, they are around that area. The community members, they are seeing what is going on. But sometimes because of fear, that, okay, these people could come for them, they will just keep quiet, and once they are not affected.
These people, where are they coming from? Most of these criminal elements.
Some of these criminal elements, some are within. Some are within our own people here. And of course, some of the other people who are settlers who have been in that place some of them have been there for 20, 30 years. And you can't wish it away that there are still some others outside the country, from other states, who are invited into that area.
Invited from outside Nigeria?
Yeah, some outside Nigeria, like the people I just saw, the Benin, the Togolese, coming to do farming activities there. Who brought them in? Somebody must have asked them, there's something like this going on. If you get to Teswaju, the mining area, you have Senegalese, you have Malians.
So it's not just about Fulanis?
It's not, look, when they say everything, it's not about Fulanis alone. Our own people have arrested people around the Shrine there with military vest and local made guns. They are involved in kidnapping. But when you do ethnic profiling, that's one of the things why we keep telling people to stop ethnic profiling. Because when it's everything Fulani, the Yorubas, who are also criminals, will hide under that.
But are there Fulani criminals?
There are so many of them. There are Fulani criminals, no doubt about that. We've picked so many of them. Even this same operation I was telling you, after that intel, we picked 7 of them.
Fulanis?
They are all Fulanis.
So,
and we handed over to DSS. And the DSS confirmed that they actually helped them in resolving some of the issues they are investigating before them.
So you eventually moved into that bush?
Yes. After the training, if they tell into field training exercise, we combed the entire area involving 8 local government, Atisbo, Itesuaju, 8 local government of my men, Atisbo, Itesuaju, Ishayin, the 4 from Oyo West, Oyo East, Afijo, and Atiba, and Iwajowa. We even brought in the Barakwa North and the Barakwa Central to join them.
That's a wide area.
Very, very wide. That's 10 local government took part in that operation. and we were able to pick up 7 suspects. And all of them were later confirmed to have one or two things to do with issues that were even, it was like you are trying to set up this kind of maybe terrorist camp, I don't know, terrorist cell. They usually operate in cell. Maybe they are trying to set up a cell that the days have been working on. So they were able to nip that in the bud.
Were they armed?
Yeah, of course now. They were able to nip that in the bud. That's the most important thing. They were able to nip it in the bud. That's why we're enjoying that relative peace. Around that, the DSS did a lot of work. And they were able to nip this in the bud.
So are there measures in place to ensure that they do not return?
You can't guarantee that there will be there's no society that is crime-free. They will return. It's all that if we, on our own, we are not resting on our oars, so that as they return, we are there. Because we keep on monitoring. They are also monitoring us. They are seeing us. They know that we are doing something. They know that we will not allow them to have breathing space. And that's essentially why we do say security is collective responsibility. When the community member, that's why we have, after that is something, I have to set up 3 different posts within that general area as a kind of proactive measure. So that once they decide that, these people are there, they won't come in there. Since that time, we did not witness anything until about 6 days ago. They attempted to kidnap a woman at Abugaga in the Shire local government around that general area. We were able to repair, because maybe they are not aware that my men were there, that we set up. So the woman raised alarm. They pretended they want to buy malt or so, and they pick up the woman. So when she raised alarm, because she knew my men were not far off, they were able to come in. On sighting my men, of course, there's a exchange of guns there, and they ran away, and we were able to. And if we are done from the studio now, I can show you the picture of. I can even play the video of the woman, the victim that we were able to rescue from that incident. So see, these are, since that time, that was we did that operation early February. We did not record a single incident until that of about 5-6 days ago.
So basically, we are safe.
We are safe. Everywhere is being relatively safe. You cannot say completely safe. I'll be deceiving you if I say everywhere is completely safe. No. But Oyo State is relatively safe and stable. I can assure you of that. Oyo State is safe, relatively safe, and stable.
So you can also say that Amotekun now is grounded when it comes to intelligence gathering.
Of course, we've done a lot of training. Look, give it to His Excellency, Engineer Seyi Makinde. He has supported us more than enough in that area. You understand me? Because there's no quarter that we don't train. People from academia, from University of Ibadan, go and ask them. We've conducted, he has supported us to conduct more than 3 different training with them. We have diaspora community who have been able to do this. We have military personnel, retired of course. We have DSS personnel. In fact, recently, there was one that was supposed to be organized, that was sent to him. He shared it with me. But I advise, because we have done so many things about that, it's an overflogged area. There's no quarter. There are 4 quarters in a year. Minimum of 2 types of training. We do training that has to do to special to tax. We do group training, we do unit training. Apart from the basic training that when we are after our recruitment that we conduct,